Hey, Sean Sullivan for FM Talk 1065 and our continuing coverage of the amendments you'll see on the ballot on Tuesday. Now, we have statewide amendments and local amendments. Right now, we're going through the statewide amendments. We're at Amendment number 2. Amendment number 2 says it proposes to make several changes to the administration and oversight of the state's court systems and judges. Fairly dry. Well, maybe. So right now the way it works is the Alabama Chief Justice appoints the administrator of the courts, the executive who oversees court operations. If approved, if there's enough yes votes for Amendment 2, statewide Amendment 2, if approved, Amendment 2 would allow the full Supreme Court to make the appointment. All right, so expanded who gets a say in it. Legislation for the proposed amendment was sponsored by Senator Arthur Orr out of Decatur. He said the proposal allows for a renewable contract for the administrator, and the position would no longer be at the whim of the Chief Justice. Because the administrator oversees the entire state court system, there needs to be stability, Senator Orr said. All right, so basically a yes vote on this part, even though Amendment 2 has several parts, we're going to get to others. But this first part, if you vote yes, then you're going to say the Alabama Chief Justice who appoints the administrator of the courts, the executive who oversees court operations. If approved, Amendment 2 would allow the full Supreme Court to make that appointment versus right now that administrator of the courts. So that's the first change. All right. And then there's some other language here, but let's get back to the meat of this. In addition, Amendment 2, it would provide that county district courts do not have to hold court in a city with a population of less than 1,000. Okay, so if you vote yes, it would say that county district courts don't have to hold city court in a city with a population of less than 1,000. I got to imagine this is a cost-saving plan here. Also, it would increase from 9 to 11 the total membership of the Judicial Inquiry Commission. Now, remember the JIC? Remember the discussion of that around Roy Moore? It's probably when the JIC got the most attention. That evaluates ethics complaints against judges and determines who appoints each member. So if you vote yes, number one, it does away with county district courts and in cities less than 1,000. It would increase from 9 to 11 total membership in the Judicial Inquiry Commission, or the JIC. It would also allow the governor, rather than the lieutenant governor as it is now, to appoint a member of the Court of the Judiciary, which hears complaints filed by the JIC. So it then changes that. I don't know why it was with lieutenant governor, but it would move that appointment spot to the governor's office. In addition, it would prevent a judge from being automatically disqualified from holding office simply because a complaint was filed with the Judicial Inquiry Commission. Right now, if there's a complaint filed, that judge cannot run for office until that is cleared. This would change it. You wouldn't be automatically disqualified just for having a complaint filed. And it provides that a judge can be removed from office only by the Court of the Judiciary. Currently, the legislature only can impeach judges. All right, so that's Amendment number 2. I know it's wordy. It's got several parts. It's one of these things that we get a problem with because you may say, hey, that first part, I'm a yes or no. But the second part, I'm a yes or no or a no or yes. This is one that you're going to have to look through. It's a bunch of judicial parts, state judicial system. So make sure you study through that. But that is Amendment number 2. And we'll be back with Amendment 3 soon.